guys. क्या हाल चाल? और भाई लोग अरे ओवे
À, à, ồ, ha, à, à, ha, ồ, hừm, hầm, hừm, 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 má, ê, 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 ya, hum, oh, ah, ah, oh. Ờ, ha, hmm, 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 ờ,
एक ट्रस्टेड पार्टनर चाहिए। पोर्टर देता है 100% डैमेज फ्री शिफ्टिंग की गारंटी। काश ऐसा होता, दुनिया ऐसी होती। हम लोग उसमें जी रहे हैं। चाइना रियलिस्टिक है भाई, सड़क बनेगी बनेगी, काम खत्म। नॉलेज है, जो वर्क फोर्स है, जो
hmm, hmm, ờ,
जाएंगे क्योंकि उनकी उम्र हो गई है। आपके इन व्हाट यू डूइंग, हर माँ बाप अपने बच्चों को अपनी बेस्ट कैपेसिटी में पाल देते हैं। मुझे मेरे बचपन में कभी गरीब महसूस नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि मेरे बाप ने जो उनकी हैसियत यूट्यूब गाइस जो नया आ रहा है यूट्यूब पे लाइक करें।
Oh, ha, 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 oh, ah, nah. Whoa. Oh. Whoa! Ah? 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 Hmm?
पता नहीं इतना गुस्सा कहाँ से आता है इसके अंदर। जल्द मैं बाद में मिलती हूँ। ये पिंटू भैया की वजह से आज भी हमें अकेले जाना होगा। इनके पिताजी सही कहते हैं, पूरा दिन आवारा बनकर घूमते हैं। अरे बच्चों, तुम तो पिताजी से भी आगे निकल गए हो बोलने में। बैठ जाओ साइकिल पर मेरी।
Oh?
भाई लोग क्या हाल चाल है? भाई लोग क्या हाल चाल है? लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर दो।
Ah. Yeah. Hum. Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh. Ah. 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 Ha! Oh? Oh? Ah. Huh? Ah. Oh? Oh? Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, oh. Hem. Ha. Hmm.
peace of mind. And it doesn't matter if you're a freelancer, a startup or an established company. पोर्टल से डिलीवरी है हो जाएगा. And our today's guest Kunal Shah, founder of Cred, also agrees with this way of thinking. He doesn't just spot problems before and someone build ambition like a skill. Why are we not acceptable of failure as a society? Is being a trustworthy person a huge part of success? Watch this episode till the end and tell me in the comments what did you learn from this conversation. That's even more commendable, man. Good stuff. Thank you. I'm actually happy. I'm nervous. I was nervous because I'm a fan more than the Kunal Shah, the person I'm fan. Okay, Bangalore is only that. So Bombay is good too. Yeah, it's just that I never got struggle with words. You think in English? Language I think, but you read and consume everything in English. No, that's not it. I do become I think it's become
Whoa. Ah. Oh.
from their Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn. There are many people who are famous for being cringe. Respect them. Do you have any insecurity? Or a teammate needs a document, but there's no one free to go drop it. These problems. That's why I help me save time and effort by offering them a two-wheeler and truck services for delivery है हो जाएगा. And our today's guest Kunal Shah, founder of Cred, also agrees with this way of thinking. He doesn't have problems before how can a person go from being in the comments what did K भी नहीं गए थे. हाँ. And Josh was the first जो 100K से बाहर गया था and he did the first line and we put it out in podcast as well. This is not it is absolutely development work done. Pretty cool, man. Thank you. No, it is what it is. It's where it's due, man. This is extraordinary work. Thank you. Honorable man.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Born and brought up Khaturi. Only that. So Bombay, yeah. I just said I'd never got. I will struggle with words. You think in English? I don't know what language I think. You read and consume everything in English. No, I mean, I do make sure. Okay. जब बात करेगा तब हिंदी में I don't know. I shit. Maybe I using just the triggers. Then I a good question. We have stopped language. I'm thinking. I think it's some kind of a. There's a it's like a full ADHD brain, so it's you really try to break it down. For example, you get triggers. कहीं पे भी observe करते हो कोई tweet and correct. It triggers something like okay मेरा ये opinion है. What goes on? कुछ उससे क्या होता है? I think step by step opinion comes thinking and then I see certain it in one sentence so that resurrect pattern. क्योंकि एक बहुत कॉमन मेथड यूज किया गया था. Cigarettes used to be back in the day something of a shameful behavior. So they accepted homosexuality. I think it went through a moment first being proud, right? Like if you see the pride, so you know that they are, and then if it's true, I do is अगर एक pattern देखा, you're like oh wow, like this is again and again and again repeating. So what I try to do is find observations, see if it's widespread, and Asian public. Okay. And that probably is something that we need to, because I was reading a bunch of retweets. that is something that we need to get over in order to try more or maybe first of all, we are raised. Sexual fear. सोसाइटी का फेयर, एग्जाम का फेयर, कि ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा, ये नहीं होगा तो आपका ये नौकरी respect you, all of that stuff, right? So when your default state is fear, right? And in some ways, right? But it is very common in the thing that India rate an app, right? Because that's YouTube used to have earlier ratings, remember, then it moved to up. And that's like, oh, I'm a, and then if they don't do well, oh, hate. And therefore I have to create odds out of people and do research of them. Now, risky behavior. Quickly, result risk simple चीज करो. For example, let's say ID from saving account to deposits to investing to fund to investing in the journey, yeah, right? And you see younger people now adopt these things faster because their goal is safe. Well, you did not have to think about खाना कैसे है. Your failure ability or your risk appetite changed materially. Yeah, I remember like buying chana thing on credit. Yeah. So you will see people who have less money are doing more riskier behavior, right? For example, people who are getting caught in investment scams. Okay, small money. You would remember the brand would tell you that हमारे सबके एक ही कपड़े used to wear the same shirt, right? But now a non-individual society to individualistic, we will get more in that say you are a young person of like to get 2,000 followers. Get 40 likes, you're remember when you had 50 followers? Whereas today, and the threshold has changed, yeah, right? Unfortunately, I tweet, I'm not thinking about like that. Because if I was, I know exactly how to do them. Yeah, I can say, अगर ये 5-6 themes को touch करो, ये कुछ emotions को touch करो, differently. But I write for myself. You start thinking about the 2,000 followers. Are they going to think about me? And your personality starts to shape views of these 2,000 people that you would otherwise not care about. That's becoming a problem. It's a very trap. Everybody is different in that. Jeans पहनने तो हो जाता है. एक बस black jeans हो गया है. To be cool, travel to places has been to, share the same thing differently, right? Go to some very different of that music festival so that you're cool, or you're closer to the stage or not closer. Frying people's brain. कि यार मेरा कुछ अलग हो जाए, right? Like for example, you are going and getting Vijay Mallya on the podcast is your breaking out on differentiation, right? It's a thing that is because how would people find isn't good and bad? It's like there is no thing as good and bad. It has lots of nuance. But say if you able to differentiate, by all means, and that will act as a proof. 89.9% of humans have non-differentiated. Look at fashion cycles. We are taking multiple out. Did it very quickly. Weeks, yeah. You saw the whole trend would last for a decade before it disappears. So we are hyper. So the cycle is very fast. That is very hard for a lot of people to keep up. Except keep up, right? I'm sure you've done that. This is like after you put numbers of all the things that you want to achieve. And it's hard. It's not easy to constantly. I used to do my version of very early for my team. Then my team was like, give me applause. Gag. Eventually, that I've stopped being a great actor. So, like, this is called the pandemic. Like, eventually get to a place where A, during the conversation. Perfect. Like, and I can tell you by far, every member in the team. Like, okay, sometimes we prepare 500 things, talking about none because it's just curious and we're on the job. And just something out of this. And we've done this. Like, once this is done, this job is done, we try to think, okay, now how do we make best out of whatever we've got? This is a before we've shot the podcast. Perfect. That's actually quite cool. Some different reaction to fear. Fear into curiosity. देखते क्या होता है, जाके देखते हैं, करते हैं, right? We say people who do adventure sport, are they not fearful? They absolutely are. Risk that curiosity appeals so much. क्या हो जाएगा, right? And propel forward in life, right? Putting fear to curiosity. Where you're like, oh my god, let me see. Like, it's probably true. The kind that he constantly does, I can't believe that the guy is doing this, right? But attraction अलग से, हाँ, पर जीतता कुछ नहीं है. Ability with tolerance. They're more driven out of fear of inefficiency, fear of it's mostly the fear which is driving them to change. In some cases, fear is actually really helping people to move forward, not in terms of passion or curiosity, just in fear. I don't want to be suffocated. Right? People are trauma, people are fear, people are identity, people are escaping their people are escaping their society, people are escaping their relationships. So people have some words, they repeat repeating this pattern again and again and again and again without any drive outside. Yeah, right? They are self-fueling mechanism. Don't and if you think about it as a business like today, people who are escaping something don't have speakers. Their current state, they are feeling inadequate. Like every and compulsive disorder almost. And now we say these words in form of if you see, and I would encourage like
Ah, ah, oh, ha, ah, 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 ha, oh, ha.
able to live up to potential or maybe fear of being as it's not always fear. Some people are driven through trauma. There's no fear. They're just traumatized and they want to escape that trauma. They want to escape that being alone sometimes. Sometimes people are overcome in the company of driven people and that drives you. You are absolutely believing, right? And therefore, a lot of kids, हाँ बहुत बड़ा हो गया अब तो it is likely to happen. Why do you think we're fearful? That because we're a collectivist society that like we have to somewhere else. Now with social media, like you are connected to everyone. सबको कुछ कर रहे हैं. Earlier it was impossible. Yeah. But social media has a weird thing of keeping us do people tell you what that you have changed or you have grown or you have I'm sure they do, but I have a very selective filter on what I hear in life. Something that I protect. Because anybody else has very less of. But giving time consistently, right? I think we have to be all in environments which is constantly growing us. Happens in the company of people you keep. And you choose to be around 5 really smart people at your home who are at dinner, discuss something while playing a game with them, and you're constantly making each other better, then by all means work from home. मेरा terrible decision for your life. In the company of great people. Please reflect on what this guy said. Oh, she said something so interesting, or he said something so interesting, and I'm like, I don't know. We spend more time with reels and shots than really good people. That is not good, because if you ask them एक नीचे एक line उसके ऊपर, then you tell. You mediocre people, probably because the A plus folks avoid them. Now, mediocre background and you are a mediocre person, how do you break out of this? How do you go to the A plus category because A plus folks are avoiding them? Yeah. First of all A plus folks feel they're mediocre. Categorizing A plus A mediocre. It's a spectrum. Like, and we all know, yeah, the ranking system that exists on human beings. For example, if you were to rank Kunal and Raj on understanding of content, you would be like miles ahead of me. Of ours is very, very good at it, yeah, and they're miles ahead. So there's a spectrum in each of them. But anybody who is excellent at anything is not accidentally excellent at anything. Now, in a company of people who obsess about anything, you learn something from them. Where you're doing, and you'll always learn, right? Teaching you something, and growth is limited. I think people are uncomfortable are good. You think they're right, but offends you. That's the exact person to spend time with. Yeah. But what we do is we judge tone of their feedback. I don't judge tone of feedback of anyone. Anybody who mocks or takes a shot at people have substance and their own perception about themselves. जब ये gap बड़ा wide होता है, फिर नहीं, when you have not improved this part. For example, told it to you, so it's a fact. How can I be offended by that? I often say that, oh, Kunal, if somebody calls you overweight, but that's a fact. On all mathematical ways, that's the right answer. But I'm like, out there of being offended, you get too many likes. Yeah. So you think it's a great quality to have. Out there of being offended. Because multiple people are like, I also agree with this, and then people or compounding people have no time to mock. Achieving what they need to care, right? Now, as simple as that. You tweeted something. All mockery is accepting your status. But we will never your staff who drive you. Our bosses. Somebody, because it allows people to create a tribe. कि थोड़ा gossip करेंगे, mock करेंगे तो identity चाहिए. But most people are also successful. Intent. They gossip to know information, interesting, or improve their intelligence about something. It's not their need. Terrible at keeping secrets. Agree. You will say, इसको बोल दिया, ये आगे नहीं transfer होगा. Your friends that you say ये तो उसको बोलेगा तो आगे हो जाएगा. You can't trust them. They might be fun, entertaining to go out with. Share certain insights. Your status than you or maybe in the group, or are likely to be more successful in the future as well. Likely to be more successful in future. So let's just break all the people who are very successful or very which means they don't feel the need कि जो पता चला उसका content बना के आगे दे दिया. Yeah, right? Most people, the way they remain interesting is to gossip. कुछ content मिला and they have to tell people about it. Likely to become successful, but there are other factors that come into being successful. But you will rarely see somebody who's successful who doesn't have this trait. In fact, what you will see is that the moment second, third generation who's not good at keeping secrets, the wealth will again go away. Like wealth, yeah, wealth is like flows. Keeping secrets from childhood. I think I was good at keeping people's trust. Used against them. It's not about secrets, it's about being more trustworthy. More trustworthy. Will trust them, investors will trust them, employees will trust them, right? So, I think I was always the person who Like, I would treat this as a mark of respect that somebody shared something with me. You have to be somebody that they can be trusted with. Had this when you were pretty young. Might not have this trait. What was you're not trying to be interesting, but a lot of people try to be interesting. I know that's one of the things that society rewards also. Exactly, but I'm saying that if
Ah. Mm. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
respect guy, why do you think people are even say they want to be respected, but their actions tell you otherwise? It's about how we shape the society, right? Respect is a long-term behavior, like is a short-term behavior, right? So the world is becoming more and more short-term. Right now. But every now and then the society corrects itself. Okay. Then we're like, oh, shit, we can't be short term. We have to become long. I think, oh my god, we can't be short term. Every religion only does one thing. Make behavior. Tribal religion to organized religion, any country, any state. That's the core thing. Every human realizes that. And how do you think religion got invented? Because they must have seen that humans are not doing well. All of that stuff. Still is be more long term. In fact, every human behavior that we consider as bad behavior is nothing but a short term behavior. It's designed for short term. Short term thing. Yeah. Successful makes us wealthy, makes us wise, makes us achieve long-term success, makes us healthy, builds our muscle, builds our reputation. All of that comes from there. In fact, that is the brain that tells the short brain to behave. Yeah. Not very long-term about things. They are either very happy or very sad. People who are more neocortex oriented will say they're more balanced in both the situations. Sedatives that we have are to suppress the neocortex. We are happier and giggly when we have alcohol. We are likely to do more short-term behavior when we are drunk. How do we change it? It's very hard. Society will have to realize the mistakes of it. Takes decades sometimes, and we'll realize, oh my God, what have we done? Then we become slightly more conservative about things. We become more long-term about things. When did you realize that you need to be right? You need to do something more long-term in nature, right? And what I realized that what was long-term